Welcome everyone. This is, my name is Marcus McDonald, and let me move real quick. This is my TPOL presentation for 2022. I've been at this school for 2 years, one in person. So this is my first in-person TPOL I've ever done, and I'm so very excited to show you guys my progress this year. And yeah, let's get right into it, guys. So this is the table of contents. We have my creative personal piece, my 3 celebrations, my 2 areas of growth, and my push plan / content mastery. So let's get actually right into the first one. Before I explain it to you, actually let me just go to the next one. The creative personal piece is basically going to be something we made that represents us as a person and like what we do, just to let you guys like get to know me a little better right before like we get into all the academic stuff. So right here I made a little collage of pictures of me hanging out with my friends, doing things I love, you know, driving, hanging out with my family, my friends, and still a little picture there of me. And so this is obviously in the form of a collage because I thought it'd be fitting. Let's get right into that. How does this piece represent me as a person? It represents me in a lot of different ways. I tried to put in like a little more diverse pictures, just not have them all the same, be like family. So a lot of them have, you know, pictures of me playing video games, like one of my favorite hobbies. You know, driving, it's something new I'm getting into, of course, since I'm getting older, and I absolutely love driving. But the one thing all these pictures have in common is that I'm always hanging out with another person. I love hanging out with the people I love. They just bring me all the joy in my life, and they're the people that make me who I am today. And why did I pick this format for my piece? Well, it's a little more complicated than like just because it's a collage. Well, so I was inspired by my parents because wherever I go, my parents always want to take pictures of me, and you know, some people, you know, think it's annoying because a lot of other parents do this. They take pictures of them doing like a lot of other stuff, but I've come to realize as I've become older, they're important. They're a part of you. They're a part of your history, and later on in life, you're gonna see these pictures and be like, that was really cool that I did that back then. You're gonna come to respect these pictures, like of you as like a little kid doing all these things. And so I thought I would put all of my parents' like hard work on display to show that, you know, I really respect them and I really thank them for actually taking these pictures. Now, because every one of these pictures that I just showed you, they have a piece of me, my history, and my parents' history. Because not only was I there in the picture, but they were there to take it. And that's why I wanted to make a collage. Alright, next up we got my celebrations, 3 things I was proud of this year. Let's get right into that. So, first celebration, Spanish 2. Right here's my evidence. I have, to the right is my first semester Spanish 2 grade, and the second one is my second semester grade. And so I got a lot better grades than I thought I would, of course. This is my first year ever having a Spanish class. I did French for like 8 years, and this is like a completely new experience. Like I'm used to language classes, but Spanish was a totally different field for me. And when I just barely got that A that last year, I was so happy. You guys don't even know. I was so surprised with myself. I felt so accomplished, and you know, I was just so proud of myself, like honestly. And so it doesn't look like a lot, like a big grade to a lot of people, like a B and an A minus. It doesn't look like a lot to a lot of people, but to me it meant a lot, and that's why I'm celebrating it. I think I did well for my first ever class, you know, Spanish class ever, and after this class I feel confident in my Spanish speaking abilities. So that's why I would like to celebrate my Spanish 2 grades. So let's move on to my second celebration, my straight A's in the first semester. Again, I did a lot better than I thought I would. It wasn't very common for me back then to get straight A's because I didn't take school seriously, but when I got into high school, I realized I need to get my stuff together. This is important for the rest of my life. I need to have these grades be good. So for my first semester, I tried as hard as I could. I thought COVID-19, you know, being my first year back, I thought it would affect me greatly, you know, being in person for the first time, but I managed to be able to pull through and get some decent grades. I was really proud of myself. And of course, my most challenging A this year had to be my Spanish grade, but I barely pulled through and I got that A, and I was really happy. So I'm really proud of myself for that. Time to move on to my third celebration, my friends. So, as you can see here, I have each of my friends. I have Xander right here, Ali right here, Hannah right here, Aliana right here, and Jazzy right here. These are just some of the friends that I have. These are just the ones I have pictures of. And so, of course, this is my first year at the school in person. So I was, I'm a really shy person. This is my first time changing schools, and I was just like I really don't talk to a lot of people because it's not like me, but these were the first people that I ever spoke to, and ever since I sat with them, we've been great friends. They've been with me every step of the way this year. They've supported me in every way they could. They've always been there behind my back to help me whenever I needed help. And honestly, they're just the best gift the school could have gave me. A good group of friends. Like honestly, this probably has to be my most important celebration because, these people I'll probably know for the rest of my life. These people are important to me. So thank you guys. You guys are awesome. Now, we're going to get into my 2 areas of growth, the things I need to improve on. This first area of growth was provided to me by my humanities teacher, Dr. A. And here we go, sleep. So, this is a big one. So, at the current time I was writing this slide, kind of, I guess ironic, well, I was writing it at 11:14 p.m. at night. So, as you can see, that's already big. I was willing to just kind of make fun of myself here, but it just proves my teacher's point even further. I spend all my time in the daytime doing whatever, and then I'm like, oh, I have to do my homework now. And so I go and do my homework, and next thing you know, I'm going to bed at midnight. That's not good. That's never good. And when my teacher told me this, I was a little embarrassed, but I was a little shocked at the same time. I was like, that's so true. And I guess it must have been easy to tell because I get to school and I'm just totally out of it. And that's the worst part. If I don't get sleep, how am I going to get to school and learn to the best of my ability? I'm not going to be able to go to school and have all that energy to take in all the information if I'm just running on 5 hours of sleep and empty tank of gas. That's not good. So it showed me that I need to start treating school a little more importantly, because if I keep having my day go like this, it's not going to end well. It's really not going to end well. So, time to move to my second area of growth, which is provided by me, communication. Something I personally need to improve on because it's been a big problem for a lot of my life, but just recently it showed me I really need to improve on this. So, right here we have my grades to the left, my grades before I contracted COVID-19 and the grades after I contracted COVID-19. And this will all be relevant in a second, so you guys just wait. This communication has been a recurring issue for me because, of course, as I said before, I'm a shy person. I'm not good at talking to other people. And when I got COVID, I really, really, really messed up because I wasn't in person, and because of that, I didn't have easy access, and I decided to be lazy, and I was like, I won't talk to I don't need to communicate to my teachers. As soon as I get back to school, all my problems will be fixed. And that was the worst mistake. My grades went downhill. I think I was from straight A's, I have 3 B's in classes now. And I could have changed all of this if I had just communicated with my teachers. I have an email, I have messages, I could have talked to my peers, could have asked for help. What assignments are we working on right now, and how can I get this done? Do I need to print things out? I did none of that, and that was my downfall in the end. So that's my second area of growth, communication. Big one for me. I need to work on that. So now we'll jump right into the push plan. I'll make sure I improve on my areas of growth. So how do I improve on my first area of growth, more sleep? As I said in the slide, I forgot to mention, but I only go to bed early for important events. Say a doctor's appointment, going to the airport, I need to go to breakfast with family members early in the morning, I need to see someone off, those are important events, right? I need to start treating school like an important event because it is an important event. I need to come there every day to learn, to take in information, and to use this. If I don't get to school right? Like if I don't have enough energy to go to school, there's no way I'll succeed. So I need to start treating school like an important event, wake up for it like every day, because of course it's important. And then once I'm there at school with like a nice 9 hours of sleep, I'm ready to learn the entire day. I'm ready to take in all the information I need so I can succeed in, my academics. How will I improve on my second area of growth, communication? Well, as you can see right here, I have a readily available High-Tech High email. And this email I could use to message my peers, my teachers. There's no reason for me not to use my email to get help, because that's what it's there for, to communicate. If I just communicated before, I would have had a lot of an easier time, doing all my work, but now I realize this email is going to be a lot more to me than just, checking it for assignments or whatever. I need to use it myself. So I'm going to start using these forms of communication because they're easily accessible and they're just there to make my entire process a lot easier. So those are going to be my push points. Now, as we go into the content mastery, that's what it's called.